So, it was my niece Tiffany's birthday last week. So that's real nice. 16. That's a big one. Sweet 16. You know, she's a young woman now. You know, not legally, but Mother Nature-wise. Yeah, my brother Eddie got her a car for her birthday. He won't tell me how much he put down for it, because he thinks I judge, but I'm real happy for him he does so well. He's a hard worker. Busts his ass selling high-end patio furniture. Says the real money's in awnings. On account it's an oligopoly. An oligopoly is when only a few places manufacture and distribute high-end porch awnings. Yeah. He and Cheryl got this McMansion across the river. Real nice, beautiful, huge, you know? They got this couch from the Pottery Barn. Thing's the size of a school bus. It's breathtaking. Yeah, no, I'm real happy for them. They do so well. I couldn't get her a car or nothing, but I think that Tiffany liked my gift just as much because, you know, it was thoughtful, you know? That's what counts, the thought. Yeah, it was a couple t-shirts. Because, not that I was looking or nothing, but I noticed that her t-shirts had gotten a little, you know, stretched out in certain areas, you know? That's, you know, that's natural, right? But these young ladies, they gotta have some nice t-shirts for going out in, you know, for dinner. I stopped by on Sunday to drop them off at their house. Turns out they were having a birthday party. I wasn't invited. Ed said he meant to call me, but I know that Cheryl's not the biggest fan of me, especially since that thing at Ma's wedding, right? But, you know, there wasn't any other family there anyway. Mostly just Tiffany's school friends and a couple of Cheryl's McMansion ladies. I think the party was just as much for Cheryl to show off her new kitchen as it was for Tiffany. But, you know, I wasn't offended. And I saw that they had some Heinekens left out. You know, so I figure, you know, forgiveness is golden, right? Huh? Yeah, you know, and I'm real sociable. I'll talk to anybody, even uptight McMansion ladies, you know. I showed one of them how I can dislocate my thumb, pop a quarter off of it. Yeah, she was divorced, seemed to have it pretty together, so we'll see if anything comes of that. Cake was real good. I like that, even though I got this bad tooth in back. Doesn't like it when I have sweets, though. When it was time for the presents, I was almost as excited as Tiffany, you know? Fast forward, she's taken the t-shirts out of the grocery bag, and man, they were a hit. Let's see, what did the first one say? Yeah, okay. It said, hey buddy, my eyes are up here. Written right across the chest area, you know? Big laughs, big laughs. Mostly me. You know, I don't think the other ones got it at first. But, you know, I thought that was real appropriate, you know? Appropriate means like suitable for the situation, kind of like appropriate does. You know, because young ladies, their bodies go through a lot of changes, and that's natural, and they shouldn't be embarrassed, you know, or self-conscious about it. You know, somebody's got to tell her that her body is a beautiful and hilarious thing. Let's see. What was the second t-shirt? Oh, it was green, and it said, it said, "Kiss these, I'm Irish," with 2 shamrocks. Yeah, I figured she could wear that one to St. Patty's Day or down to McGinty's when she has a fake. Cheryl didn't like that one, and I told her, you know, Cheryl, just stop being so racist, because the Irish are fine by me, you know? The third one, though, that was the best one, because it had the best message, you know? It said, straight A's, double D's. You know, that's good for the young ladies out there to know that they can be proud of both their brains and their canes. You know, a lady who's confident is going to go a lot further in life, especially one that's confident about her body. Yeah. You know, Ed's got a good thing going there, you know? Sometimes I wish I had what he had. Not Cheryl, she's a real bitch. But, you know, like having a daughter, somebody to teach things to, like what moves boys are going to try and pull and where you should kick them, you know? If that don't work, you got to put a thumb in their eye. You know, real practical stuff. I was looking at all these girls, Tiffany's age. I was thinking about what it'd be like to have one of them around the house. I guess I'd had a few by then, because I got an earful from Cheryl about staring. Did I mention it was a pool party? Yeah. I tell you, if I were these girls' father, they would not be running around in those skimpy bikinis they were wearing. No, sir. Discipline. That's what's important. Right about then, Ed asked me to leave. I was in the middle of telling this great story about a red-headed lady with no legs. I didn't even get to finish it. But, you know, it's his house, his rules, his perfect lawn. I don't know. Family's tough, right? It's Ed and Cheryl's anniversary coming up soon, and I already bought their gift, so I'll still end up giving it to them. It's pretty good. It's this lamp shaped like an outhouse. You turn it on by opening the door. There's this old granny taking a dump in there. Yeah, it's real funny. They're not going to be able to stay mad at me with a gift like that, right?